where can tech help you if it's a buyer's market?
Well, just picking up on what's been said, it's those three words: nurture, nurture, and nurture. It's a hell of a cost to actually get your clients on board. You go to a lot of effort dressing your shop window, and as Ben was saying, on your social media and all the rest of it. Don't go dead on your clients. Don't lose them. You've had that cost. Don't give the guy down the road the business, as you pointed out, Chris. So, you want to have a look at your return on investment. You want to measure what is delivering for you. Where are your leads? Where are your sales are actually coming from? And as Ben was saying, communicate and keep that communication up. If a negotiator is talking to a customer and they are away, have the ability to hand over that conversation to another negotiator, so at least that person knows that something's in progress and is happening. At the end of the day, particularly if the market does start to constrain a bit, cash flow is king. You want to shorten those transaction times. You want to get to exchanges faster. It helps everyone in the chain. And to automate away the mundane, the stuff that doesn't require the human expertise, that extra special relationship that humans bring into it. Use the power of the automations within tech. Obviously, within our own communications platform, we've got a lot of different automations, from artificial intelligence, all the way down to just simple auto responses. But don't let your leads go dead. Follow up, measure all along. See where you are getting your returns, where things are stuck, particularly in conveyancing, particularly in that nurturing the journey along the line to completion, so you can keep those cogs flowing and you can put your most precious capital of all, which is your human resources. If you are giving your public image, making that presence local and engaging with the people in the area, driving the business, you want them to do what they do best, which is work with people, and drive their sales, and let the tech take care of the rest of it.
Gazelle stops sales falling apart. That's our principle. That's why I designed it. That's our principal process. It will work in either market, but ultimately, you've got a tool that some of the people on the screen use to actually ascertain who is committed to transaction, who isn't. And obviously, if you have two parties that are committed, then the sale process is going to be shorter because both parties are running that little bit faster. And the great thing about what we designed was it was designed to work irrespective of the market conditions around it, because it starts from when the sale is agreed, and whether or not it's taken 22 days to get that sale agreed or it's taken 2 years to get that sale agreed. The point of Gazelle is now everybody, irrespective of market conditions, want to reach exchange as quickly as possible. There is an argument that says in a buyer's market, when there is more choice available to buyers, and certainly when buyers, in the last buyer's market in the financial crash, I remember, buyers are not switching off alerts. They're getting notified about price reductions, which was the primary mechanism that fired out an alert to a buyer, was either a new instruction or something that had been reduced. And if we enter a buyer's market, those two things you will expect will increase. So by virtue of that, you'll increase the opportunities for buyers to have their head turned. So locking in a deal will be even more important for everybody, and getting both parties through to exchange, which is what they want, which is what the estate agency want, and what lawyers want, is always the best process.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. Just a correction though, we're very much a UK-based company, not an American company.
Apologies.
Majority of our clients are in London and the home counties. Actually, Lars at Keaton's and Ben previously at Thorgills are both clients of our software. I think the big difference between Area and obviously Brian and Bradley's companies are that we're more of a sort of a pre-CRM. We're very much living in the top of the funnel. So we're not necessarily seeing the actual transaction completing and going through exchange. So I think that's an important kind of note. But similar to what Brian was saying, it's all about speeding up the transaction. And we do that earlier on in the top of the funnel to help estate agents, really match the best buyers as quickly as possible, sort of go through all of the noise that they're receiving, which is quite substantial for a lot of our clients to actually handle that initial incoming lead traffic, and filtering out the signal from the noise is really where our software kicks in. We have similar auto replies and we also build profiles 24/7. So, no matter when a potential buyer, whether that's a buyer's market or a seller's market, I think our software is allowing estate agents to have a consistent level of service and allows, similar to Bradley was saying, to have communication automated so that people, the agents, the consultants are able to actually do what they do best and move those transactions forward. So from our point of view, it's very much about communication and as well as automation to help that process move through as quickly as possible.
It's the automation side that most clients come through to us. They want to communicate digitally and they want to communicate at a time that suits them. Around 60% of an estate agent's leads come when they're not open. Yeah. So, and even if they are open, they're not always there to pick up the phone. So, and even if they do pick up the phone, that customer doesn't necessarily want to be called. That's just the way the world's going. So what this platform is enabling agents to do, it was enabling customers to do, is to communicate 24/7 at a time that suits them, not just the rudimentary information they're going to put through a portal, which most buyers, tenants will do their discovery and research through the portal. Again, that's just the way the industry works. It's given them a platform, literally, to communicate their search criteria and their motivations to move. So as soon as the agent gets that data, they can start really making some qualified, quick decisions about whether this is a customer they're going to be able to work with, and then start deciding whether it's worthy of their CRM or not. So cutting out the noise. So it's a real big efficiency play that then you can resource accordingly around.
We auto reply by email initially to inquiries, so it's very important for a brand like Keaton's or let's say Thorgils before, to have that immediate sort of brand awareness for clients. They're getting that initial fast response, and then we're going through a series of questions that are customized for the estate agency. So basically all of those questions that would have been asked on that call that was missed and you were chasing, that would have maybe took a day or two to actually collect the info. Almost 60% of inquiries, 60% of them now are pre-filled with customers' profile data when next go into the office, open their computers. And then we have other features such as our lead quality score. And I just wanted to kind of highlight that because there's a lot of traffic, especially in London, a lot of leads coming in. And when you have negs coming into the office, similar to what Bradley was saying, is you want them to be doing what they're supposed to be doing, not going through leads and figure out if there's a good qualified lead here. So they can really quickly find out who are the best, most qualified leads, who's a cash buyer, who's got no chain, so they can make those calls first and potentially get them in for viewings, move transactions forward. And then eventually, once the lead is kind of converted to a transaction, that's when it will go into their CRM system. Most of our clients are Rebit, and then obviously Bradley's solution is going to help the communication and continue on for that transaction.
Yes, absolutely. You need to talk to your customer on the platform that they want to talk on. Everyone's got their own personal preferences. Some like SMS, some like WhatsApp, some use Signal, Facebook Messenger. Talk to the person how they want to be talked to. You're not trying to convert them onto technologies, you're trying to sell them a house.
Because my understanding is that your platform allows anyone multiple communication platforms, but it all brings into one place and then it can go back out again on the platform that the person who originally came to you came on. Is that about it in a nutshell?
Absolutely correct, Chris. We like that funnel that you said, different people talking on their different technologies, bring it all back into the CRMs, into the other Proptech that you might be using, communicate back again out to the way that people communicated with you in the first place.